Growing older is a gift. It brings wisdom. It brings experience. It brings a new perspective on life. As we enter this wonderful chapter, taking care of our bodies becomes more important than ever. Staying active and strong is not about turning back the clock. It is about living each day to the fullest. It is about having the energy to play with your grandchildren. It is about having the strength to carry your own groceries. It is about feeling confident and independent in your own home. Our health is our greatest wealth. Investing in it lets us enjoy life's beautiful moments with vitality and joy. When we prioritize our physical well-being, we give ourselves the power to write our own story of aging, one filled with strength and empowerment. Many people think getting weaker is just part of getting older. That is a myth we need to leave behind. When you hear the term free weights, you might picture bodybuilders lifting enormous barbells. But the world of free weights is much friendlier and more accessible than that. Simply put, free weights are any type of weight that is not attached to a machine. Dumbbells, kettlebells. They are called free because you can move them in any direction you want, without being guided by a machine's fixed path. This freedom is what makes them such a powerful tool for building real-world strength. You may have seen weight machines at a gym. These machines guide your movement along a set path. Think about lifting a bag of groceries from the floor. You don't just use your arm muscles. Back, core, legs. Free weight exercises train your body to work this way, as a complete system. Your muscles learn to coordinate and work together. The best part about free weights is their versatility. You do not need a lot of space or expensive equipment to get started. A simple pair of light dumbbells can provide a full-body workout right in your living room. Simple, effective, adapted to any fitness level. The most obvious benefit of lifting weights is, of course, building stronger muscles. As we get older, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. This process can start as early as our 30s, and it speeds up as we age. Losing muscle makes us weaker and can make everyday tasks much more difficult. The wonderful news is that this is not a one-way street. We can fight back, and strength training with free weights is our best weapon. When you lift a weight, you create tiny, harmless micro-tears in your muscle fibers. As your body repairs these tears, it makes the muscle a little bit stronger and bigger than before. This is how we build strength. This newfound strength has a profound impact on your daily life. Suddenly, tasks that had become challenging feel manageable again. Carrying groceries from the car in one trip becomes possible. Lifting a heavy pot off the stove is no longer a struggle. Pushing open a heavy door feels effortless. Beyond just making you stronger, building muscle has another amazing benefit. It boosts your metabolism. Finally, strong muscles support strong bones. Strength training places healthy stress on your bones, making them denser and stronger. One of the greatest fears for many older adults is the risk of falling. A fall can lead to serious injuries, a loss of confidence, a decrease in independence. While many factors can contribute to falls, one of the most important is a decline in balance. The good news is that balance is a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved with practice. Free weight exercises are a fantastic way to do this. When you lift a dumbbell, especially while standing, your body is constantly making tiny adjustments to keep you stable. These exercises challenge your core muscles, the muscles in your abdomen, back, and pelvis. A strong core is like a sturdy foundation for your entire body. It acts as a central anchor, providing stability for all of your movements. When you perform an exercise like a standing bicep curl, your core has to engage to keep your torso upright and prevent you from swaying. Over time, this makes your core much stronger, which directly translates to better balance whether you are walking on an uneven sidewalk or reaching for something on a high shelf. The confidence that comes with better balance is truly life-changing. You will feel more secure on your feet, worry less about navigating crowded places, and trust your body's ability to keep you safe. When we think of flexibility, we often picture someone who can touch their toes or do the splits. But flexibility is much more than that. It's really about your body's range of motion, how far you can move your joints. As we age, joints can become stiff and movements feel restricted. Reaching behind your back to zip a dress can become difficult. Free weight exercises, when done correctly, can improve and maintain flexibility for daily movements. Performing free weight exercises through full range of motion gives your joints a dynamic stretch. For example, when you do a chest press, you lower the dumbbells down, stretching the chest and shoulder muscles. Then press the weights up, strengthening those same muscles. Think about a squat. Lowering as if sitting in a chair increases flexibility in the hips, knees, and ankles. This is a movement we do countless times a day. Every time you get up from a chair or get out of bed, it's a squat variation. Practicing with a light weight builds leg strength and preserves lower body mobility, making daily actions smoother. Incorporate free weights to keep your body mobile and fluid, so you can move through your day with grace, comfort, and ease. Sometimes the best way to understand the power of something is to hear a real story. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 78-year-old grandmother. For years, Eleanor struggled with a weak back and had trouble lifting her 2-year-old grandson, Leo. She was afraid she would drop him or hurt herself. It broke her heart to have to say no when he reached up for her. A friend encouraged her to join a senior fitness class that used light dumbbells. At first, Eleanor was hesitant. She started with tiny 1-pound weights, feeling a little silly at first. But her instructor was patient and encouraging. Slowly but surely, she began to feel a change. After a few months, she graduated to 3-pound weights, then 5-pound weights. The real victory came one afternoon when Leo ran to her, his arms outstretched. Without a second thought, Eleanor bent her knees, kept her back straight, and lifted him up with ease. The joy on both of their faces was a picture of pure happiness. Then there is George, a retired postal worker of 82. George loved his garden, but knee pain and poor balance made it difficult. His doctor suggested he try some simple strength exercises. George bought ankle weights and dumbbells for a living room routine. After 6 months, his knees felt more stable. He could get down to tend his rose bushes and get back up without struggle. George's story shows us strength training is about reclaiming passions and activities that bring us joy and purpose. Starting a new fitness routine is exciting, but it is very important to make safety your #1 priority. The most important rule is to talk to your doctor before you begin. Your doctor knows your personal health history and can give you the green light to start. Once you are ready to start, remember the golden rule. Start low, go slow. Begin with a very light weight, even just 1 or 2 pounds. You could even start with no weight at all. The goal of the first few weeks is not to build massive muscle, but to learn the correct form for each exercise. Focus on moving in a smooth, controlled manner. Never use jerky or fast movements, as this can lead to a strain or injury. Your body needs time to adapt, so be patient with it. Proper breathing is another key to safety. The correct way is to exhale during the hardest part of the movement, when lifting the weight, and inhale when lowering it. For example, as you press a dumbbell over your head, breathe out. As you slowly lower it back down, breathe in. Finally, listen to your body. It is your best guide. It is normal to feel some mild muscle soreness a day or two after a workout. However, you should never feel sharp, sudden, or shooting pain during an exercise. If you do, stop immediately. Pain is your body's signal that something is wrong. It is better to rest and recover than to risk an injury that could set you back for weeks. Being smart and cautious is the fastest way to long-term success. One of the most common reasons people give up on exercise is that they try to do too much, too soon. It is so important to remember that fitness is a journey, not a race. When it comes to strength training, progress is the goal, not perfection. Every small step forward is a victory worth celebrating. Starting with a 1-pound dumbbell is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. Your body will tell you when it is ready to do more. After a few weeks of consistently performing your exercises with good form, you might notice that the weight you are using feels a little easier. This is your signal that it might be time to progress. The next step could be as simple as adding 1 or 2 more repetitions to each set, or moving up to the next available dumbbell size. Consistency is far more important than intensity. It is much better to do a gentle 20-minute workout 2 times a week, every week, than it is to do one grueling hour-long session and then be too sore to move for the next 6 days. Create a routine that fits into your life. Maybe it is every Monday morning or Thursday morning or 15 minutes before your favorite evening television show. Mark it on your calendar and treat it as an important appointment with yourself. Remember to celebrate your successes along the way. This journey is yours and yours alone. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. Focus on how much stronger you feel today compared to when you started. Every small improvement is a testament to your dedication and a step toward a more vibrant, independent future. Are you feeling inspired and ready to begin your own strength journey? Getting started is much simpler than you might think. You do not need a gym membership or fancy equipment. All you need is a little bit of space, a sturdy chair, and the motivation to take that first step. Start with seated exercises in a firm, armless chair. This gives support and helps you focus on form. One wonderful starting exercise is the sit to stand. Sit tall on the edge, feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest. Using your leg muscles, stand up straight. Then, slowly and with control, lower yourself back down to a seated position. Try to do this 8 to 10 times. When you're comfortable with bodyweight exercises, you can introduce a very light pair of dumbbells. You can even use 2 soup cans or water bottles from your pantry. While seated, you can perform bicep curls to strengthen your arms. Hold a weight in each hand with your palms facing forward. Slowly bend your elbows and curl the weights up toward your shoulders, then slowly lower them back down. You can also do an overhead press. Hold the weights at shoulder height, palms facing forward, press them straight up overhead, then lower them with control. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions of each exercise. The key is to create a simple, balanced routine. Do it 2 or 3 times a week on non-consecutive days. As you get stronger, you can add more exercises or slightly increase the weight. The journey to a stronger, healthier you begins with a single, simple movement. Take that step today. You are investing in your health, your independence, your ability to live every day with strength and confidence. You can do this.